Hi, I'm Titli and this is my busy garden. There's a rare spell of sunshine at the moment, so I'm going to take full advantage of it and get some jobs done that I need to do around the place. So it could be a bit of a high-speed episode this week. The problem with tall plants is they don't always seem to be able to support themselves. I mean, look at this, it's just gone. So while I was wombling around the garden centre yesterday, that's wombling, not wobbling, I wasn't drunk, I came across these things. Plant supports in ring format. They're really quite inexpensive, only a couple of pound. I thought I'd try them out. Now the first problem is actually just going to be accessing this because it's right in the middle of the bed. And I think I'll stab my stalk in here. It's quite good. Oh, look at all those lovely snails. I'll deal with you later. Maybe that's why they're not standing upright. They're weighed down by all these snails. I hate snails. This is trickier than you might think. Where's me hoop? And the really cool thing about these is you can adjust the height of the hoop. So let's take it down a bit. Clip that in. That's better. I've missed a few here, but they won't fit in the hoop, so I'll just have to tie them around with string. That's okay. I'll just quickly show you how these work. They've got this block here with a button on, and when you press it you can slide this device up and down. A couple of holes in there, and the prongs on here fit into the holes, and voila, there's your hoop. I bought a couple of hoops because I knew I got the same problem with this plant as well. So I think next year I'll remember to put these in place before the thing starts growing. But hey ho, we live and learn. In a way, that's what gardening's all about. That's better. Now all you have to do is learn to grow upright. This geranium is still giving a fantastic display. These flowers really are amazing. And these blue flowers have appeared. They're cute. I've got a number of lilies that are starting to appear as well. And you remember my collapsed centaurea that I chopped down? Well, it's coming into its second flowering. And some of my sweet peas are starting to come out as well. I love the smell of sweet peas. But here's an interesting thing. The sweet peas on this side of the arch are doing quite well. The sweet peas on this side, not so well. I suspect it's something to do with the amount of sunlight they're getting. And look at these pretty daisy type things, they're sweet. Just look at the flower on this pink. My lavender's putting on a good show and attracting lots of buzzy bees, but I have to say that it's not as aromatic as the one I used to have in France. This week's big job is to deal with this hedging, which is starting to get a little bit overgrown. I'll be back. Ta-da! I've got my nice cordless hedge trimmer and it's really very light and great to use. Boots and your gotta believe me. I tell you no lie. Yeah, fairies wear boots and you gotta believe me. I saw it with my own 2 eyes. All right now. Well, I think that's the end of my fun and games for today because I can feel spots of rain coming on. I'm going to pack up my toys and probably come back tomorrow. Well, 2 days have passed and finally it stopped raining long enough for me to finish cutting the hedge. I did offer to do the bits I couldn't reach for my neighbour, but he says he'll do them this week, which is fine. Now here are 2 more uses for my hedge trimmer. Trimming the pinks. Trimming my hop thingy. So there I was, about to water my tomatoes, and I thought I'd give them a feed with this feed here. And I noticed there was a couple of earwigs in the box. And on closer inspection, there's quite a few earwigs in this box. Let's find out just how many. What I've got here is a baking tray with some vegetable oil in it. And I'm going to lift out this bag and shake. Any coming off yet? Flick. Let's pull out this bag. Oh my goodness me. No wonder my poor chilies are getting so munched. No, you go back in there and you get back in there. Now I also happen to suspect there's quite a few lurking in my box of disposable gloves. Let's find out, shall we? Oh, there's one in that glove. Yeah, there's a few in there. Maybe a dozen. How'd you come? Well, 1 or 2 of them managed to escape, but just look at the number of them. Fancy some delicious earwig oil? No, me neither. So now I've got my disposable gloves in an old ice cream tub and I put my fertiliser in a plastic sealed container. Well, I declare that a major victory in the ongoing battle against the beasts in my garden. The problem is it's been so wet that beasts like earwigs, woodlice, slugs and snails have had ideal conditions in which to breed. The war goes on. There are quite a few windfalls from my cooking apple tree, and that's because they're probably competing for space. I mean, just look how tightly packed these 4 are. So what I'm going to do is actually pick some to give space for the others to grow. Oh poo, I have 1 or 2 left. It's interesting because as you go round, oh look, a snail in my box. As you go round and you find clumps of apples, you find that 1 or 2 of them are just ready to come off. They're almost hanging off already, and it's because they've been squished out. Well, these are all the apples that I've either picked off the ground or came off really easily, and it looks like there's a lot there. But there's 3 or 4 times this amount of apples left on the tree, and those that are left will get bigger because the tree isn't having to feed all these apples as well. Now, if you've ever done any gardening, you'll know that it's not just a case of sitting back and enjoying the flowers. There's actually an awful lot to do, and I've said this before, that summer's a really busy time. There's some flowers I need to sort out. For example, my columbines need tidying up. Just give them a shake before I snip the heads off, that way they'll seed for next year. There are my poor sad roses to deadhead. I'll deadhead this geranium just to tidy it up a bit. There are sneaky hiding weeds to pull out. Look at the size of this. Oh yeah, by the roots. There are trees that require a bit of a summer prune to help them keep their shape. You probably remember how I gave this tree quite a brutal pruning back in the late winter, and it paid off because there's now all these new shoots that have appeared. But I want the tree now to put some energy into creating yet more shoots to push it out. My medlar tree needs a little trim too. And it's about time this plum tree had a bit of a trim as well. And then now another job I want to do is to give this plum tree a bit more support, because there's only this bamboo holding it up at the moment. So I've got these rather spiffy poles that I pulled out when I pulled out my dead gooseberry bush, remember? Let's take the guard out the way. Take out this bamboo. More bamboo. Start it off with this lump hammer. Ground's quite soft, so it's not too bad. Then carefully, because I don't want to damage the tree, use my sledgy. And I'll put the other one on the other side. I'll use these tree ties to hold it in place. I used to have 4 of these, but I can't find 3 of them. I'm just going to have to use this twine until those tree ties turn up, or I have to go and buy some new tree ties. That's not bad, but I'm really annoyed about those tree ties. Just put the terrorist defences back. That's better. It's been a whole 10 days since I pegged out these strawberry plants, so they should be well rooted by now, so it's time to undock from the mothership. These 30 strawberry plants carry with them the hopes and dreams of one woman. The dream to have a strawberry patch free from the tyranny of birds, free from the scourge of slugs and snails and other beastly crawling things. In simple words, to have a fabulous strawberry patch with fabulous strawberries. Oh, I found another one. Make that 31 plants. Well, I'm exhausted and there's an awful lot more stuff I wanted to show you this week, but that'll have to wait now until next week, including the results of the blackcurrant competition. Thanks for watching, and do join me for yet another very busy week next week in Titli's busy garden.